As leaders in Washington carry on their staring contest over the budget, it seems appropriate that we should review our own personal fiscal policies. I'm about to receive a hefty tax refund, which gives me a false sense of security in my finances. That, coupled with a steady but small income, makes me feel like all is well on the money front. Honestly, it's not. I don't have much in savings. 0, to be precise. I don't have an outrageous amount of loans, but it's enough to whine about. I worry about money all the time. I know in my heart of hearts that cash rules everything around me, and that without some sort of future planning, that I could end up broke. But like our nation's leaders' confusion, the best course of action is not always clear. My first step, obviously, is to save. That's a no-brainer. Since I have no investments at my disposal, I'll have to adopt some sort of mercantile philosophy of money in must be greater than money out. That's easy enough conceptually, but the cost of living is not negotiable. I've got bills, rent, food, gas, school, all the things reducible to the category of need or, at the very least, really want. Students are poor usually. They typically have safety nets like parents or trust funds or whatever, and good for them. But by and large, money is tight and students are hardly adept at managing money. A good friend of mine was an exception. After his freshman year at the dorms, he and his father bought some property in Emporia. They fixed it up real nice. He rented it out to his friends, provided them with a place to live, a steady and sizable income, and the option to sell at the end of his stint here in Emporia. He's one of the few people who came out of college without debt. If you have the ability to do what he did, I suggest you do it. But I've not really said that much so far. Just how I've dealt with or avoided dealing with debt, a basic concept of savings, and a brief story about a guy that avoided the pitfalls of college in America. All said, you could walk away from this video with little more than a picture of the status quo. Not very helpful. Truth is that students are, by design, going to stay poor. The steady rise in tuition and the cost of living disproportionate to the minimum wage or purchasing power of the dollar, the depreciation in the value of a bachelor's, or even at this point a graduate degree, the disincentive to explore all the coolest stuff like art because it simply is not lucrative, and we are beset on all sides by a nation which lacks innovation and a government caught up in political squabble rather than policy making. Damned if we do, damned if we don't. So what's left? You're already a student, you're here, and these are your problems. Seems like the only thing left to do is to march forward and follow through. See, we only fall into a problem when we stagnate. That's when you get caught. You're going to be in debt. Get used to that fact. But you are not an indentured servant to your debt. Don't submit to the rhetoric of the market that you operate in. Rules can be bent. Limits can be bested. You are free to pursue your desires and make them work for you, not you for them. Use your passions to defeat your problems, not simply supplement them. Finish your damn degree. That's the first step. Get out there and make that money later. For me, that means going to graduate school. That's my next step. And though my bank account will undoubtedly suffer, no one can ever accuse me of abandoning what was important to me. And that's as reassuring as it's going to get in an economy that leaves us with little choice in the matter. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all in the square.